Pull up a chair by the hearth.
What is up, guys? My name is Blake, and we're gonna do a new kind of Hearthstone series here. So there's a lot of stuff with new players, about new players thinking that it's just too late to start the game, or they're not gonna get caught up, or just any number of things revolving around new players having a hard time catching up. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not as easy as it used to be with this game, but it still absolutely can be done. So what I'm going to do, I made a brand new account. All I've done was do the intro, the tutorial, and I've got the mage to level 10. So what we're going to do is kind of a beginner's guide type video, but it's going to be more than that. We're just going to start with a new account, and we're going to play and play and play until we feel like we've got, you know, a pretty good collection and some viable decks. We're just going to talk in this video in particular about our options. We're going to see what kind of cards we get, and we're going to build kind of a starter deck. So yeah, we're just going to talk about some things in this first video, and then the next video we'll get to playing some games. But first, let's go ahead and get these packs. So we've got two. First, let's go ahead and spend our 100 gold here. So what you want to do, if you're a new player, is you want to get classic packs, probably for a while. Now you can mix in a TGT or a GVG. GVG packs are probably a little more important than TGT packs, but you want to stick with classic packs for the most part for quite a while. So we've got three. Now what deck we play here is going to be based off of the cards we open, and I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know now, if you're new, as you start to go onto Reddit and onto streams, you're going to see aggro decks catch a lot of flack. And, you know, aggro decks get on everybody's nerves eventually, but when you're starting out, they are the cheapest decks. And if you're wanting to rank, if you're wanting to play ranked, if you're wanting to be competitive at all, then an aggro deck is probably what you're going to be starting out with. So let's see what we get here. Okay, Abusive Sergeant is good. Harvest Golem is good. We'll talk about dusting cards here in a second when we get there. Kirin Mage is decent for like a beginning tempo mage type list. Okay, so we got some dust here. Alright, so nothing too good in our first packs, which that's okay. We're gonna get more packs really quick. We're gonna be doing an arena, all kinds of stuff.
This is a great place to make a custom deck with your favorite cards.
Alright, so we're gonna keep Druid of the Claw. So what we're gonna be doing overall here is picking one deck and kind of sticking to it. And I'm looking at this as if it's a new account with a new player. And what I just helped one of my friends who just started his account rank up higher than a lot of people have in 6 months, and we've done it within the first week or two of his account. And it's because I was there to help him know what cards to keep, what cards to dust, what to craft, what to buy. And I was thinking, like, man, it would be so easy for new players if they had someone there to help them along with this stuff. And I'm like, well, I can make a video. I can make a series of videos. And of course, depending on what deck you pick to play, some things are going to be different, but for the most part, what we're looking at is going to apply everywhere. So Druid of the Claw is a good, essential Druid card. So we don't want to dust that. We're looking at building an overall collection. Same with Kirin Mage. It's not essential, but it's a decent card, and if we go into Tempo Mage, then then it's good to have. These cards aren't really too important, but I think they're cards that you would want to keep. Ancestral Spirit, I feel, is a good quick dust. We're not going to be playing any Death Rattle Shaman anytime soon. So now we got some dust for doing that. Blood Imp, we will dust. Let's take a look what we got here. We'll dust the Wisp, even though it is infinite value. We'll keep Flesh Eating Ghoul. Thralmar, I think we're gonna dust. And he, as cool as he is, because he's golden and he's a monk and he's all beautiful, we're gonna dust him. So I believe that's all of our cards that we got. So we didn't really get anything great. I don't think Druid is a good way to go. We could start building like some kind of a tempo mage, but this is kind of the next thing that I wanted to talk about. If you're just starting to play this game, you'd grow Paladin, because we can use Blessing of Wisdom with that. It's a good one. I'll have to go ahead and level up Paladin to level 10, but I'm going to do my class leveling in between videos, and I'm going to do it against the AI, so I can do the quest to beat all of the expert opponents, and so I can get every class level 10 and get a couple more packs and some gold that way. So I think what we're going to do is, so let's see. We have Karen Tor, but we don't have any secrets, so we can't really use that. One Druid of the Claw isn't really going to define any kind of a Druid deck. So one of the very first things that we're going to do, we have 205 dust, are Paladin Shredders. We want Piloted Shredder because no matter what deck we play, absolutely no matter what deck we play, this card will fit into it and it will perform well in it. So Piloted Shredder is important right off the bat. And we will we'll do 2 shielded mini bots. I was gonna do muster, but I feel like we're gonna get more bang for our dust if we do 2 shielded mini bots. So we are definitely going to do Paladin. So what we're going to be doing here is we've got some quests. We need to play a game in play mode. We're going to do an arena run, and then we're going to reevaluate our cards from there. Now, even though we've crafted shielded mini bots because we're planning on doing Paladin, that's only 80 dust. We'll probably stick with Paladin, but any kind of big card that we open can potentially change. And as we get through this, we're gonna be talking about the value of cards, why we're gonna dust certain cards or keep certain cards, because that's really important. When I was walking my friend through all of this, he would kind of freak out when I told him to dust like an epic that he really liked, because it was a bad card, but he didn't know. He was just kind of attached to it because it was a big card that he opened. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all this and how to get dust and how to save dust and grind gold. One of the very first things we do, we're going to be using gold for a little bit for packs, but really quickly after we get going, we're going to be switching from gold for packs to just dusting cards for other cards, and we're going to be saving up gold for the first wing of Naxxramas, which is really important. The first 2 wings, but eventually we'll get all that. So we're just gonna figure out what deck we're gonna play. We're gonna start with Paladin, and build our account. And I'm going to show you guys how you could do it with a brand new account, free to play, and not be as behind as you think you're going to be. It's not impossible to catch up. It's definitely not the easiest way to do it, but it is doable, and we're going to talk about that. So just kind of get to this point, because I don't want to get too far ahead. So get to the point where I'm at now. I'll show you what I've done. We have used mage, and it doesn't matter what class you use, but we have used mage to unlock all the classes, and we have leveled mage to 10. That gave us 3 free packs. Now between this video and the next one, I'm gonna be beating all the classes in expert to get the reward for that. I'm gonna be leveling all these classes to level 10, and that's gonna give me a couple more free packs and some gold. When we actually come back in the next video, we're going to play our play games, and we're going to be doing an arena run, and we're going to see what we get from that. Now, obviously this is going to be different for every person that does it, but like I said, the main principles still remain the same. So look up a tier list if you need to. You get to the point where I'm at now, open your 3 packs, look up a tier list, and dust the ones that it says to dust. I know you could be attached to them, but it's just, some cards are bad. Even if you think they're really good, sometimes they're just bad. So you get there, look at a tier list, dust the ones they say to dust, craft yourself a couple piloted shredders, and that could be your main starting point. I crafted Minibot because we're going to be playing Paladin, and it's a really important card. But make sure you get a couple piloted shredders. They're one of the most important cards for any deck. So we're going to leave it off right there. And I just didn't want to get into playing in this video because I didn't want to get too far ahead for anybody. And I wanted like new players that are looking for a way to get started to kind of see where we're at and get caught up there. And then we're going to start playing in the next video, and we'll really get into building this account. That's going to be it, guys. I hope you like it. There's not really a whole much going on in it, but I wanted to explain what was going on, what I'm going to be doing, and how I've already done this with friends before. So we're gonna get you guys going. So come back for the next one. I'll see you guys later.